Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I think this video is going to be fun. I am going to be sharing my Pat McGrath favorites, but I got a little bit of a different mindset about this one. I am picking up my favorites as if I had to give up my collection. Oh, by the way, I'm not alone. Apparently, I think that's Venom back there. If I had to give it all up, what would I keep? I'm gonna be talking about eyes, lips, and face. And the eyes, that's where it gets tough. So if you wanna see what I would keep if I had to declutter my Pat McGrath collection, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. Definitely consider subscribing and joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So we are going strong with Pat McGrath week. I hope that at some point she sees something that we've done. I think she has already, which is awesome, because if one person makes it, we all make it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just fun. You know, we love Mother Pat and everything that she has contributed to, you know, the makeup and beauty industry, and I'm just in love. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what I'm looking like right now because August had his graduation today, and this is the makeup I did this morning. I did refresh my blush, so let me just scoot up real quick so we can see what's going on, because I got a lot of Mama Pat on today. So I do have on the Desert Orchid blush along with the Divine Glow highlighter. Now I did just refresh that a little bit. Nude Venus on the lip right now, and what else do I have on? Concealer, of course. That's the only one I use. But I also have on the Bronze Ambition palette, and that's a 6-pan, which for some reason I can't locate. I did bring it with me this morning to put on the eyeshadow, but now I can't find it. So I wanted to touch that up. So hopefully that still looks all right. If not, just pretend it does, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Now, the way I'm doing this, my plan was 5 lip products, 5 face products, and my plan was 10 eyeshadow shades, but that was a joke. So trying to narrow it down to 20. We're gonna have a good old swatch party. I mean, if you get nothing from this video, we can just look at beautiful eyeshadow shades and, I don't know, just have fun. So let's get started with what I'm left with if I have to give up my Pat McGrath collection. And you know what? For the eyeshadow, that would include a whole lot of depotting. Let's start with lips first. This was not hard for me to narrow down. There are 5 lip products that I would love to keep. Hands down, this is out of all of her lip products, all of her pencils, anything that she's made for lips, this is what I would keep. And they're not in any particular order. First, we have the Divine Rose Gloss. Now, I have a bunch of her glosses, but the reason that I'm picking Divine Rose is because Divine Rose is so much a part of her brand and concept lately that if I was gonna keep one gloss, it would be the Divine Rose Gloss. So I think the name Divine Rose captures this gloss perfectly, and if you have not tried Pat McGrath glosses before, they are really, really excellent. I'm not a huge lip gloss fan because I don't like sticky gloss. I don't like when certain lip gloss makes you get that like white film there. I think that's gross. This has none of that. It smells good, it looks good, and I'm just a huge fan of her glosses. So this would be one of my lip products that I would keep. I don't think I zoomed in on the color, so. And here it is up close. And you know, even the glosses are so luxurious, you know, with the little emblems on it. You know what I'm saying? You pull it out, you having a bad day, pull out some Pat McGrath lip gloss and you're gonna feel like, I got this. Probably not, but you know what I'm saying. The next product is also a gloss, and this is in the shade Lavendering. Y'all, if you don't have this gloss, I would highly recommend it. Now, I purchased this gloss in a trio, and I think right now that trio was like $13.50, It's Lavendering Dreamscape and one other color. She just had a sale where you could take an extra 10% off of the sale item. So, I mean, these mini sizes for me are great because I have a lot of lip products. I'm sure I'm gonna use this up. But Lavendering is exactly what it sounds like. It is a lavender gloss, but it's got a lot of glitter and sparkle and shine. This gloss looks really good by itself. It looks good over top of lipstick. Again, this formula of lip gloss really works for me. It smells good, it's not sticky, and it feels really nice on. So I would love to have this gloss in my collection if I had to give it all up. Okay, next we have a Luxe Trance lipstick. It comes in her standard black tube. This is the shade Lavish, and this has become a recent favorite of mine, but I cannot stop wearing it. I don't really wear a lot of dark lipstick, and I don't like red on me, but this color right here is perfect. Okay, here's what it looks like up close, and here is the swatch on my hand. Well, you can see it's my hand, but this shade is just a great shade for me. It's a shade I could wear every day, and I have just really taken to this shade. I like the Luxe Trance formula because if I don't want to wear a matte, but I don't want to wear, you know, that Blitz Trance formula with the sparkles, this is like a nice satin formula. It's right in between. Now, the fourth lip product that I would keep is the brand new shade Dream Lover. This is another one I cannot stop wearing. It's in her traditional packaging. I have really taken to this shade. It is not too pink. It's just a nice lip color that I think goes well with my skin tone, and it's just a really beautiful lip color that is something I could wear every day, but I think you can wear it out as well. This is a matte trance formula, and I find that the Pat McGrath matte trance formula is really comfortable to wear. I'm sure you all have experienced matte lipsticks that are drying, or they're just uncomfortable. You can feel that you have it on, and I don't feel like that with this lipstick. Last but not least, and I'm saving this one because if I was ranking, this is my #1 favorite Pat McGrath lip product, hands down. Don't talk to me. Don't be like, well, what about this? Nope, you are not gonna get me to say anything else that I like better than the Divinal Lip Shines. And there is one particular shade that I love the most, and that is Nude Venus. And that's why I was so excited for the blush shade to come out, because this lip shade is my favorite. Look, I'm actually using it, y'all. Look, like that's all that's left. I need to order a new one. It's gonna be gone soon. I have it on now. It's just, I don't know. I really like nude lips. I really, really do. This with dark eyes, dramatic eyes, is just so gorgeous. Oh, I just love this shade, y'all. It is subtle. It gives me a little bit of color, and it evens my lips out because my lips are pale. It's light, but it makes me look like I have something on and that my lips aren't ashy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a perfect balm. When I go to work, I have it in my pocket, or I have it in my book bag. I have it somewhere. Like, I put this on like chapstick. I'll put it on now. If I couldn't have Nude Venus, I think I would cry. Like, I think I would really cry. I would be like, so now let's go to the face category. I will say there are some products I've not tried by Pat McGrath. I've not tried any of her powders yet. I know, it'll happen, but I have other powders to get through, and I don't want to be more wasteful than I already am. So I am gonna wait to try those. I've heard some really great things. I'm gonna pick 5 Pat McGrath face products that I need. I would like to keep the Divine Glow highlighter. I did not think that I was gonna like this highlighter as much as I like it. It is everyday wearable. It's nighttime wearable. It's just not doing too much. And from what I've seen in the reviews, it does look good on multiple skin tones. But I was really surprised at how much I liked it. I'm sure by now you've seen this highlighter in action, but it is a kind of a champagne gold highlighter, I would say, maybe. But it's not doing too much. It is smooth. I do think for anyone that has texture on their skin, that this would not accentuate any of that. And I would like to say that it's buildable, but it's not gonna be one of those blingy highlighters that have like the chunky glitters. You know what I'm saying? It just gives you more of a really natural glow. Now let's talk blush. As I said before, I did get all 9 of the blush shades. I would give up all of them for 3. The first blush that I would keep was the one that surprised me the most out of all 9, and that was the shade Flirtatious. And Flirtatious was the lightest shade. It was the shade that I was not thinking about getting at all. So here's Flirtatious, and as you can see, it is very, very light. But when you put it on the skin, I think it gives a very ethereal type glow, and it looks really subtle and pretty. It's subtle, but you can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can barely see it. I don't even know if you can even see that swatch. On my complexion, I think it looks gorgeous. The second blush that I would not want to give up is the shade Desert Orchid. Now, Desert Orchid was one I knew hands down that I was going to like. I really like blushes that lean more towards that orange, terracotta copper type tone. Again, this one is fairly light, but on my cheeks, it just does what it needs to do. And here's what it looks like on my finger. And here it is swatched out. So as you can see, it's got that orangey tone that I really like. And the third blush that I would keep would be the shade Paradise Venus. And this one, you know, is a much deeper blush, but it still leans toward the more orangish, coppery type tone, less pink. Here it is. And like these two blushes layer really well together. Don't need a whole lot of Paradise Venus on me. I have to be super, super light handed because I don't want to look like a clown. Now, I will say all of the blush shades are beautiful on, but these are the 3. I'll give the rest back. Now, this last product, take the blush, take the highlighter, but you can't take this one. And this is my concealer. You cannot pry this concealer out of my dead, lifeless hands. This is the only concealer I use. When I try to use other ones, and they're fine, but they're not this. I wear the shade Light Medium 14 in the concealer. Might be able to take a little bit lighter than this, but you know, trying to figure it out online can be a little bit of a challenge. This concealer is beautiful. Now, I did not touch up any concealer. It's late, like it is 10 o'clock. I think it stayed really nicely throughout the day. It does not make your skin look cakey. It makes your skin look so smooth. I just haven't had any problems with it. I also use it for my eyeshadow primer sometimes. You don't need a lot. Like, I don't like to use like a crazy amount of any type of face products because I like to have that natural look, and this does nothing but help that. This is number 1. You cannot take it. Not you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's move on to what y'all are all waiting for, and that's the swatch party. Now, if I had to, listen, y'all, this was a struggle, and I'm looking for my notebook because I'm like, Venom can tell you, I was writing these shades down. It says you'll see, Pat McGrath in 10 shades. I got like 20 shades. So hopefully y'all don't mind seeing them. But if I had to, you know what, maybe I'll narrow it down. Maybe I'll try. They are from a variety of palettes. Oh my God, that would be terrible. Like, I have 26 palettes. That would be the equivalent of me keeping 2 palettes. I hope that never really happens. First shade we're going to talk about is VR Sextra Terrestrial. How can I not keep that shade? Here we are with VR Sextra Terrestrial. You guys, I think this is a classic Pat McGrath shade. People didn't know what to do when they saw this shade. The pink to green flip is so evident. Look at that. It's just ridiculous. Like, no, you will not take my VR Sextra Terrestrial. You will not take it. My next shade comes from Decadence. I'm gonna try to roll through these quick, y'all. It's the shade Sterling. So that's right here. Wait, did I not even show VR Sextra Terrestrial? Could I? All right, VR Sextra Terrestrial. I'm so sorry. I can't. I'm not even gonna say I can't see because I've been saying it a lot lately, but this is just a beautiful, straight, silver, blinding shade. I need it. It's gorgeous. Now, also from Decadence, we have my shade Divine Mink. Been talking about this one a lot lately, and it's just one of those taupey gray shades, and it is one of my favorite shades. It's just always stuck out to me, and I have always loved it. Can't take it. Check this off because I gotta make sure. This is Gigabyte from Subversive. It's just a grungy, sparkly green. Just look how pretty that is. Yeah. Can't have it. Okay, the next shade is actually a matte, and it is the shade Vermilion Venom, and this is from Midnight Sun. Here it is here. And Vermilion Venom is like a clay red. I just love it. It's almost like, is it terracotta? It's just so pretty. And I don't think she has a shade like this in any other palette. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Next, y'all, we have the shade Corruption. Corruption appears in several palettes. Here's Corruption right here. So here is Corruption, and you might not be able to see the flip yet. Let me see. So I think you can see a little bit of it there, how it flips to kind of a, just like a dirty gold color. So the next shade comes from the Interstellar Icon Quad. It is not the blue shade. It is the shade Divine Dahlia. This is it right here. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see like the kind of the sparkle that's in this shade. So this is Divine Dahlia. I just don't know if you can see just how beautiful the shade is. Next, we have a shade that actually comes from Rose Decadence. Now, I know Rose Decadence is not one of my favorites, but there is one shade in this palette that really stole the show for me, and it's this one right here. And I know it really doesn't look like it's anything, but it really is. It really, really is. Scandalous made that palette for me. I just love it. It's like it's just a fiery shade. The next shade we're gonna go with is a matte shade, and this is the shade Valoria, and this is from Divine Rose. This is Valoria right here. So I think Valoria is such a beautiful, like lavender mauvey transition shade, and there's nothing like a good transition shade. Like, my Pat McGrath collection would not be complete without a good transition shade. So I would love to keep Valoria in my collection. Let's go with another matte. This is from the new quad, Voyeuristic Vixen. Now this is very similar to some other mattes that she has, but this is the shade After Dusk. And here it is right here. And here is After Dusk. Here's what we have so far. Okay, so that's one palette's worth, okay? So I got 10 more shades that I can keep. Okay, the next shade that I want to keep is one of her Skin Show shades. I feel like she has one of those in every palette. I would choose to keep Skin Show Nude. I'm taking it from Divine Rose, but I'm feeling like I've seen that in another palette somewhere. This would be really good for the inner corner. You can use it for the lid, and you can use it to highlight under the brow. All right, so there is Skin Show Nude. Okay, I do want to get into a couple of greens that I would love to keep. Now, the first one is the shade VR Emerald. This is in the Nocturnal Nirvana quad. And this is really the only shade that I'm super crazy about in the quad. I do like the blue, but this green is what I'm crazy about in this quad. Look at that, you guys. So there is VR Emerald. And this is a great shade to wear by itself, but it's sheer enough that, you know, just tapping this on the lid over what you have on as a topper shade is just gonna be beautiful. So if you like greens, this is gonna be a really good one for you to keep. I really like doing these because it allows me to see like what colors do I really gravitate to. The next shade I would keep is Wicked Envy from Midnight Sun. This is another type of like mossy green, and I just think it is a great shade. The next shade comes from the Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity. It's one of the newer shades, and it is the shade Megabyte, and that's this one right here. Now this one does look a bit similar, but it's different enough that I like them both. If you had to cut one out, which one would you cut out? I'm thinking if I had to change my mind, maybe I would not keep Wicked Envy. All right, let's make a trade out, y'all. We're gonna make a trade out because we don't need both. We don't need both because we can only keep 20 shades. So we're gonna cross out Wicked Envy because I already know what I'm a substitute. I don't know if I'm making the right choice, but I can't keep both of those greens. They're just too similar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a trade because there's one formula that I don't have on this list that I feel like if I'm making a comprehensive Pat McGrath eyeshadow range, I need to have a blitz shade, and I don't have a blitz shade. And if I had to keep a blitz shade out of all the Pat McGrath palettes, I would keep Blitz Blue. And yes, I just used that for the first time the other day. And no, I'm not a huge blue eyeshadow fan, but Blitz Blue is the perfect blue. So here is Blitz Blue from Mothership 1 Subliminal. So I know it looks a little messy, but I think that was a good trade out. What y'all think? I think so. We are going back to Subversive, and we are going to add Night Creature to our second palette. I don't know what to say about it. It's just a shade I need to have. There's Night Creature from Subversive. So yeah, we need that. So the next shade we're gonna go with, this has to come. This has to come. We're gonna go with Naked Blush. I love this because you can actually wear this shade as a blush, and it's a very nice and creamy, peachy matte shade. And there it is, Rose or Divine Divine Blush. Is that what it's called? Naked Blush, Naked Blush, so sorry. Going with the Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction, we're gonna go with Extreme Aubergine because I need a deeper brown type shade. Now there's Extreme Aubergine. I really want like a camel colored matte. So I'm going into Bronze Temptation because I can't find Bronze Ambition. And I'm going to take the shade Burning Desire. That's what I'm taking. It's this shade right here. I would like to have a like camel brown, and I don't have that. So there's Burning Desire. Again, you know, she's got some other shades that are comparable to Burning Desire, but I do need this camel brown. In order for it to be a Pat palette, I do need a gold shade. A gold shade has to go. I have to go with my gut now. So we're going with Galactic Gold. So there's Galactic Gold, and it's just very beautiful. Like it's gold, but it's not yellow gold. The last shade that I wanted to include is also, I can't even find a damn palette. The last shade I want to include is also in Bronze Seduction. So it's a competition. So we can get rid of VR Emerald, which is that second green shade. But I want to tell you because these are like my favorite special shades, kind of. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to make a trade. We're going to have to make a trade. We have Rose Gold 005. That's going Okay, wait a minute, let me look at one more thing, hold on. Because Rose Gold 005 is similar to Rose Fire Nectar. So let's compare. Oh no, we have to make another trade. There's a shade I just forgot. Okay, y'all, hold on, one thing at a time. All right, what do we think? So we have Rose Fire Nectar, Rose Gold 005. What y'all think? Rose Fire Nectar. Okay, we're gonna have to make a trade out because there's a shade I forgot, and that shade has to go. It has to go on here. Let me tell you what shade I forgot, because now we're at 10, which means the Fire Opal shade can't come on unless we. I'm not taking Fire Nectar or Fire Opal. I'm not. We're gonna stick with this. Let me just see if I still want it. Hold on. Last we have Lavendering. Okay, what can we get rid of, y'all? What can we get rid of for Lavendering? This is like the draft. I don't think I can narrow it down, y'all, to 20. It's a 21 pan palette. I can't. I'm not putting myself through the stress because it's not even real. It's not even real. Lavendering is going on. That's 21 shades. I don't know what else to say. If I had to get rid of all my Pat McGrath shades, I'm like, I think I would be good with these. I feel like I'd be good with these. I'm sorry, I can't do 20. Here's the first 10. I mean, I feel like that's fair. We have all of her formulas. We have the mattes, we have the VRs, we have the Blitz. Oh, I don't have an Astral. No, I don't care. Skin Show. We've got the metallics. I think this is my palette, y'all. I think this is my palette. The VR. That's it, y'all. Well, now you know what I would keep if I had to give up my Pat McGrath collection. This was just a little fun video. Gets me thinking about, you know, my makeup, what shades I like, and just how ridiculous of a collection I have. There's a couple other shades I was thinking about, but this is a pretty good representation, I think, of Pat McGrath and of me. So that's what I'd keep. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for just hanging out. I'm just having some fun with this, and I hope you all are really enjoying Pat McGrath Week and all the videos that are going up. I know Yadi did start a community playlist, so I will share the link to that playlist in case you want to see some of the other creators that have been participating this week. It's really nice to communicate with people who have the same love and passion that you do, whether you're a creator or a subscriber. I love talking to everyone, you know, about all of this stuff, because it's just really fun, you know, and it kind of is an escape from all of the foolishness that's going on. So I will be seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow is the ranking video, so you will see the swatches, and I'm gonna keep it succinct. I've worked really hard on that video with the swatches and inserting them, and hopefully, you know, it'll be a very helpful video for anyone who is looking to, you know, explore Pat McGrath and try to figure out, you know, what's for them as far as, you know, eyeshadows go. So I'll be seeing you tomorrow. And until then, make sure you are being gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.